Yeah, I think 2020 has been a rough year for a lot of people. I know for me personally, I'm somebody who's really social and wants to go outside and hang with friends a lot and not be stuck in my own thoughts. So having it where we can go outside for 5 6 months now. We don't have many in-person classes. I only have two, so most of your time is spent staying at home, just falling into daily routines, doing homework online, and I think it's led to I think it's led to a lot of unhappiness, and I think it's led to a lot of people just feeling unsatisfied for really what's a long period of time when you think about it.
So, as a freshman going into college, I had expectations, especially socially. Right? This is where we're meant to, reach our peak. Network. And in my 2 3 months of going to school thus far, I haven't experienced any of that. Unless you consider, looking at a screen, networking. But beyond that, it's been mostly people that I've known before college even started, and then just the friends that person had, and that's become my circle. Beyond that, yeah, staying 6 feet away, it's impossible to just walk up to a random person and try to start a conversation. Um, I mean, even today in the Chick-fil-A line, we were. I think the person behind me was a little past the button, the sticker on the bottom, and no lie, some person with a Boise shirt like walked up and just told him like, "Hey, you gotta back up, like 6 feet away," and like it was not even a foot beyond that sticker, and yeah, they took it that seriously. So it's definitely it's tough, especially a freshman, because the upperclassmen have already experienced and networked and socialized and made their friends, and yeah.
As human beings, we have this like psychological slash anatomical makeup, right? That consists of like different chemicals floating around our brains, and that has to do with like neurotransmitters and neural pathways. These are influenced a lot by like outside sources and what you give yourself, how you feed yourself, right? And so When you really think about it, our brain's more like a machine than anything. These chemical, like, what's the word for that? Reactions. These like chemical reactions. We use words like angry and sad and happy and excited to describe them, right? But in reality, it's just balances and imbalances of chemicals in your brain. And so to take care of this machine in our head, right, like there's a lot of steps that we have to take, and I feel like the year 2020 has provided like a significant amount of barriers to taking care of our brains and our bodies and overall mental health. To start with like COVID, everybody having to quarantine, like one huge thing for mental health is like human beings were built for connection, for human connection, right? It's like fundamental for addicts, it's fundamental in rehabilitation for like elderly people. It helps them increase their quality of life. I don't know, we're all wired for it, even infants, you know. And so to take away that like fundamental like need that humans have, I think it took a toll on everybody. I can only really speak for myself, but yeah, it's definitely something that I think I struggled with, was being isolated. I don't know. And I personally have like bipolar disorder, and so being forced inside kind of made my journey like overall with that a lot more difficult. Because before, in like 2019, I had all these things that I would go outside and do. I was so busy, I had a very structured routine. And once I was forced to stay inside all day and everything was shut down, that all just fell apart. And with bipolar disorder, routine is essential, you know, like between all the highs and the lows, you have to maintain some kind of stability. And so having just a daily routine can help with that a lot. And that was kind of like, it almost felt like it was stripped from me in a weird way. Like all of a sudden I had to readjust, and it was difficult for sure. It affected like my medication, how many doses I had, like the amount of dosing my doctor gave me. It was like, it took a like serious physical effect on my health. So I don't know.